Hello and welcome to the 2022 GWM IRONMAN Western Australia athlete briefing held in beautiful Busselton in Western Australia. My name is Kieran Burgess, I'm the race director for this year and I'm going to take you through your athlete briefing. The IRONMAN Western Australia event respectfully acknowledges that this event is held on the traditional lands of the Wadindi people and pays respect to elders both past, present and emerging. So the team we have with us for this year is myself, Kieran Burgess, as race director. Michael Wise is the race referee, Steve Norton is the technical delegate, and Sue Horsburgh is the chief race official. So today we're going to go through the event schedule, the athlete items, course reviews, and the post-race schedule. Before we get too far into it, you would have received an email from us letting you know the athlete information guide is now available. If you haven't, it's also available on the GWM IRONMAN Western Australia website, where you can find all the information you need to know for your race day. I'll cover a few things in this briefing, but I would encourage you to read that thoroughly so that you're prepared for race day. So the event schedule, 10 AM on Thursday the 1st of December, we have event information, our Iron Kids check-in, expo and merch opening at the Foreshore Parade event precinct. We also have allocated athlete check-in open, which we'll need to pre-book for. The 2nd of December, our practice swim will start at 6 AM just next to the Busselton jetty. At 10 AM, check-in opens again. 11:30, we have a first-timer Q&A with myself and Pete Murray at the amphitheatre lawn in front of Shelter Brewing. And at 12:30 PM, we have the Ironman in Australia Hall of Fame induction in the same location. On Saturday, the 3rd of December, we have another practice swim for you at 6 AM in the same location. Check-in opens at 10 AM with bike racking open at 11 AM. Moving on to the race day, transition will be open for you from 4:15 in the morning till 6:30. We then have an age group rolling start at 6:45 AM. At 9 AM, for those not racing, we have the event information open, expo and merch at the Foreshore Parade event precinct. And then from 6 PM to 11:15 PM, you can come back to transition to pick up your bike and bag. On Monday, we'll have another opportunity if you didn't pick your bike and bag up on the Sunday to collect your bike. This is also when you can pick up any personal needs bags that have been returned, and that's from 8 AM. At 11:30 AM, the Ironman World Championship roll down ceremony will begin at the amphitheatre in front of Shelter, followed immediately after by awards. So in your race kit, you'll get a wristband, a tattoo number, a race bib number, a bike seat post number, and a helmet sticker. You'll also get 5 bag stickers and a bike pump sticker, as well as your swim cap with the relevant colour for your swim time. Further to this, you'll get your T1 bag, so that's your swim to bike bag, your T2 bag, which is your bike to run bag, your street gear bag, and if you've pre-ordered a bike personal needs and a run personal needs bag, they'll also be in there, but you can use your own bag if you like. Just check the dimensions in the athlete information guide. So transition bike check-in will be open at Signal Park from 11 AM to 4 PM. When you come to check-in, just make sure that your seat post number is attached to your bike, you're wearing your wristband, and you'll also need to drop off your T1 and T2 bag. You'll also pick up your timing chip when you go to transition on Saturday. So as you leave transition, they'll be there ready for you to collect on the exit. Make sure you securely fasten and wear these on your left ankle during the race, and they must be returned in after finishing. If you don't have your timing chip on, we can't validate you completing the course and you won't get a race time. Advise us at any point if you've lost your chip and we'll be able to issue you a new one, even if it's mid-race. And if you do withdraw for any reason during the race, make sure you hand it back to one of our event staff or the information tent just so we can verify where you are. We'll have bike mechanics available at the expo throughout the week. They'll also be there for bike check-in at transition as well as the morning of race. We'll have them roaming throughout the course and some stationary positions as well for any urgent repairs while you're racing. And the techs will be there to help service your bikes, as I mentioned in the lead up. So on race morning, you'll be able to access transition between 4:15 AM and 6:30 AM. You want to bring your street gear bag, your bike personal needs, run personal needs bag if you haven't. Bring your helmet along. Make sure you don't bring it on the Saturday. We need to check it the race morning. As well as your tattoo on your arm, your wristband still attached, and your timing chip securely fastened to your leg. as well as your bike pump. So water temperature in wetsuit. Generally, we see in Busselton it's between 19 and 21 degrees water temperature, which makes it normally a wetsuit legal race. An official decision we've made on race morning about what the water temp and wetsuit requirements are, so make sure you're ready for all occasions. We'll jump into the courses. So first of all, we'll go through the 2022 rules and regulations, as well as the responsibility of athletes to know and follow the course. So we'll go through the courses as well. So the swim lap, it's a 2-lap course. You can warm up in the area at the beach, just out of the way of the start area. It'll be a rolling start from the beach just to the right of the jetty. You'll line up according to your swim time, with faster swimmers going first. There is an Aussie exit halfway through the course with a timing mat, so you'll need to leave the water, run around the little chute, and re-enter the water where you'll merge with other athletes completing their first lap. You'll then finish your second lap, come out of the water. There'll be showers immediately as you exit the water and head into the transition area. So swim safety, if at any time you need assistance, stop swimming, raise your arm, and one of our water safety team will come over to help. In the event there is a swim cancellations, we'll provide updates to you via the transition PA or the swim start PA, depending on when it happens. And again, especially in the swim, it's really important, if you withdraw from the race, make yourself known to one of our team and let us know you're withdrawing and give us your timing chip so that we can account that you've left the water. So your first transition, you'll follow the green line from the water into the change tent, collect your T1 bag, get changed. You then drop the T1 bag in the designated area within the tent, and our volunteers will hang it back up for you for collection later on. Secure your helmet, collect your bike, and then head out the blue line to the Mount Line on Foreshore Parade. The bike course, it returns to the 2019 course this year, which is a 2-lap course with a turnaround at Queen Street roundabout back in town. Every 20 kilometres we'll have a K marker with 4 aid stations approximately 20 kilometres apart. It's worth noting that B4 is a second lap aid station only, so you'll pass it on the outbound lap, but you won't be able to use it until your second lap. As I mentioned, there's roaming bike mechanics. We have 2 penalty boxes, one at Stirling Road in Capel and one at Brown Street in Busselton. Self-service personal lead, so this is moved, so this is second lap only in the Brown Street car park, so you need to make a slight diversion to enter and grab your bag, and then you'll be able to keep going on the course. So with our aid stations, as I mentioned, there's 4 aid stations, with aid station 4 being second lap only. We keep the layout of the aid stations consistent, so you always have water first, electrolyte second, which is Gatorade, then food, which is your Morton gels and high five bars, as well as bananas, into electrolyte, into water. There's also toilets available at the aid stations as well as bins. So the aid stations are the only area on course you can litter, and you'll see the litter zone signage. Just make sure you only litter there, otherwise it is a disqualification if an official catches you littering outside that area. As you approach the aid station, just clearly state what you would like to receive from the volunteer. Make eye contact with the volunteer and let them hand the drink off to you. So this is a non-drafting race. Riding in the passing lane on the right after completing a pass can result in a blocking penalty. Make sure you keep 12 metres behind the rider in front of you. You must pass on the right, and your started pass must be completed 25 seconds after you begin. Overtaken or passed athletes, you must then drop back 12 metres to make sure you comply with the 12-metre rule. So we'll have a technical official team out on the bike course, and they'll be looking out for drafting, any blocking, illegal passing and littering. If you get shown a yellow card, that's a 60-second time penalty. If you get shown a blue card, that's a 5-minute time penalty. And if you get shown a red card, that's a disqualification. So you must serve your penalty at the next available penalty box. So that's Stirling Road at Capel and Brown Street at Busselton. They'll be clearly marked so you'll know when to pull in, and the TOs will talk to each other to make sure they capture your number and ensure that you serve the penalty. Moving on to your second transition, you'll see the blue line off the bike course. You'll dismount at the dismount line. You'll rack your own bike. We no longer have any catches at our transitions. Collect your T2 bag, enter the change tent and drop the T2 bag in the designated area. You'll then follow the red line out onto the run course. So it's a 4-lap run course. After completing the 4th lap, head into the finish line. There's no lap band, so just make sure you use your Garmin or other watch to count your laps, or just count in your head. There's 3 aid stations, approximately 2 kilometres between every aid station. We'll also have kilometre markers every 2k. Red Bull will be served on course at Run Aid Station 2 only, and personal needs is located at the Barnard Park fire track, which you can see is that little pink PN on the map. If you are out there after dark, we'll issue with glow sticks and there'll be lighting on the course. So as I mentioned, there's 3 aid stations on the run course, but you'll pass 4 times each aid station. Similar to the bike course, we lay everything out in the same way so you know where to get everything. So there'll be water, electrolyte, cola, all your food, electrolyte, cola, water. Again, there'll be toilets available and littering should only be within the aid station area. So once you've completed your 4 laps, you'll take a left-hand turn into the finish area. At this point, finish line volunteers will meet you and briefly assess you and take you to medical if required. You'll be presented with your finisher medal and towel. Take your timing chip off and head to the recovery area. There'll be hot food, electrolyte, water, Red Bull, for more gels and cola available in recovery. You'll also be able to pick your street gear bag up ready to get changed in the recovery area. So with finish, it's athletes only across the finish line. We know a lot of people would love to finish with their family, but we want to make sure everyone gets a great experience. If any family members, including children, are in the finish area with you, that will result in a disqualification. So the foreshore precinct that I mentioned earlier, as you can see on this map, you'll have the big car park there that you can park in when you're checking in. You've got the expo, check-in and merchandise all together next to transition at Signal Park. And then over to the upper right near the jetty, you've got the amphitheatre and shelter brewing where a lot of the presentations and roll down ceremonies will happen. And then above those is the Busselton jetty, which to the right of is where the swim start will be located. So cut-off times. So it's really important to understand that both cumulative and intermediate cut-off times for the swim, bike and run will be based off your individual start time. So it's not based off the time of day, it's what you're racing. So that's 2 hours and 20 minutes for the swim, 10 hours and 30 minutes for the swim and bike, and 17 hours for the swim, bike and run. As I said, it's for each individual athlete's time, and we do advertise time of day cuts, but that's based off the last athlete in the water at 7:15. So even though an athlete may be behind you, they may be in front of you in the race. So we have a large medical team both at the venues and on course. Your number 1 priority while you're out there is to look after yourself. Your number 2 priority is to look after those around you, and you can do that by either helping them if you feel comfortable or letting event staff know if you need medical assistance. So to do that, you can simply yell out to any of the volunteer or Ironman staff and we'll connect with the medical team and ensure they get out to the person needing assistance. We have a great local organising committee in Busselton which makes this event possible. Every year they recruit 1,135 volunteers from the local community to support you. They're all wearing red shirts, so you can't miss them out there. So please remember to say thank you to them after the race or give them a wave as you go through the various aid stations and positions on course, because we can't do this race without them. The award ceremony, as I mentioned, is going to be on Monday the 5th of December at the amphitheatre lawn in front of Shelter Brewing. So roll downs will be at 11:30 AM and awards will be at 1:30 PM. If you have placed top 3 and kind of 10, just let us know so we can connect you with your trophy. Please make sure you're there if you are looking for a slot. So Kona next year will be on the 12th and 14th of October 2023. We have 55 age group qualifying slots as well as 50 extra slots for women. You do require photo ID to register and you must be prepared to pay the fee on the day. So please ensure you do attend in person. And finally, good luck from myself and the whole team, and looking forward to seeing you all in Busselton.